If you're a high-performing sales leader who's always crushed your numbers, but you find yourself struggling with the business side of leadership, that's the strategy, the systems, the confidence to make executive decisions, I want to share with you a case study with Carol, who, despite being the top 1% in every sales org she's ever worked for, and who was battling imposter syndrome as a CEO until she built a business foundation that took her company to 7 figures plus. Keep watching and enjoy. Hey everyone, Marcus Chan here. I'm excited to have the CEO of MarketPole here. Carol, can you share us who you are and what your company does?
Hi everyone, we do go-to-market consulting for seed and Series A startups.
I love it. Before we started working with your organization, what was the business challenge you were running into?
So I've been in sales for a very long time, but I've never been a business owner. And there are things that as a business owner, you just don't expect. Even if you follow best practices and speak to peers and watch the videos, you just can't anticipate all the day-to-day from payroll and admin and sending a contract and even your pricing, right? I coach this to other people, but when it's yourself, it's a little trickier. So I wanted to work with someone that has been in business and has been successful, and again, can teach me all the business best practices. And at the end of the day, I think that when you sell services, it's hypocritical to tell people to sell for services but not use a coach yourself.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I was thinking about it's like, it's what's that saying? The shoemaker's kids like have no shoes or something like that, right? Where
Yeah.
like they just wear old, poor, beaten up shoes, right? But they should take care of themselves as well. So, for you, once we started working together, what was maybe some of the actually before diving into that, because of some of the challenges you're kind of running into being, a new CEO, what was maybe the impact of some of these challenges that had on your business to grow the business actually?
I've always struggled, even when I was a seller and I was always top 1% in every sales org, I always struggled with imposter syndrome. So going out in business for myself, and I was working for, how can I put this? So I was working independently before starting this as part of a consulting group, but I would eat what I kill. So it's not like I was working non-salary before and I was worried about that. Obviously, there was a little bit of anxiety around that, but just, am I ready to start a business? Am I ready to call myself a CEO? Am I ready to go represent myself out in the wild, right? So I think that working together, and we've worked together for over 2 years now and would love to continue working with you, has made me very confident and has helped me understand what my place is in the market.
I love that. Now, before we started working together, what were some of your reservations and what were some concerns about working together?
I think reservations that you would have as to working with anyone, are they the right culture fit? Do they have experience in what they do? Maybe they have experience, but they're not going to necessarily move the needle for you specifically? What type of support do you get? Again, and this is something I tell my clients, don't pay for theory. You can, with ChatGPT
Right.
and all the tools that we have, you can get that online. You need hands-on tactical support. Otherwise, the impact isn't really going to be there. So that's what I wanted. And I knew you from LinkedIn. We have some friends in common, but it wasn't until I actually saw you in Mexico, right?
That's
We
right.
hadn't worked together before that, or am I
Yeah.
making that up?
No, it's true. We had talked beforehand, and then
Yeah,
then
we
we
had
met
spoken
live
before
in
that, and I
Cabo.
ghosted. I was a terrible prospect, and then we ran into each other at a mastermind in Mexico, and Marcus presented sort of how he thinks about systems and how he thinks about his business, and I was like, and that's what sealed the deal. I was like, that's great.
I love it. I love that. Now, for you, once we started to work together, was there anything in particular that was probably most effective for helping you get results?
Again, I think it's the confidence from someone that has done it to
Mm,
tell you exactly and give you real life examples. This is what I did. This is the logic behind it. These are the results, and this is how you should approach it.
mm,
Again, other than the theory,
yeah,
to see the results that you want
I love that. And for you, how long did it take for you to see any type of measurable result?
right away.
I love that. And was there any specific, business outcomes or metrics that improved as a result of working together?
Oh my God, my business is, knock on wood, going to be a seven-figure business
Mm.
because of us working together.
I love it. It's been really cool, I think, especially the last
I, sh
couple of
I should
years.
start giving you revenue share.
You should maybe that'll part of the next year conversation. Then I love that, and I love it 'cause, like from because it's such a competitive marketplace that you're in, right?
Yes.
How has working together helped you become more competitive in the marketplace?
I think it's just all the small things, what to say and how to structure my sales funnel and really honing down on my ICP and my pricing and my differentiation. It's not one thing, but it's all the little things that compound.
I love that. So, where do you think market poll will be today if we hadn't started working together?
I don't think that market pool would not exist or would have failed if we hadn't worked together, but I don't think it would be where it is. And I'm trying not to give you a generic answer, but
Totally.
again, as someone that was not an experienced business owner, I think you saved me months of anxiety. I think I got to results sooner, and I think that I still have someone to run things by to get best practices from, again, someone that has had success. And to use the cliche, it's like someone saying, well, how do I go get rich? And then you ask a poor person and they're like, oh, go do that. Well, they won't know, right? Because they
Right.
haven't been there. So you need to find people in your industry or in an adjacent industry, right? You offer sales coaching. We don't have the same ICP, but the best practices are there. So how can I learn from your success and adapt that to my business?
I love that. It's been really cool to see your journey, right, from where you started to where you are today. So, for maybe some of those out there who are watching this, who maybe they're like a larger organization, they're a high performing org, they already been in business for several years, they have PMF, they've been crushing, etc. And they're like, hey, we're doing really, really well. We have a whole sales org, etc. And they don't think they need extra help or optimization. What might be maybe your perspective on that?
You always need that, right? You always need that. You can't rest on your laurels, and you always need the accountability. And especially we see that in bigger sales orgs where they've built a go-to-market motion, they hire a bunch of people really fast, and then, there's different points in the funnel or in the management of the reps or in the best practices where it's just not followed. And because the really sort of C-suite VPs, managers are so removed, they can't tell you exactly where the gaps are.
100%. Well, you've been absolutely crushing. Anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
Marcus is great. I've worked with him for over 2 years. I will renew my contract with him if he'll take me. It's been a really, really great experience. He's very honest, he's very direct. He can always back up why he's teaching what he's teaching. He's not going to sugarcoat it for you. And honestly, that's not what you're paying money for, right? And again, it's just really, really good sales background, sales knowledge, best tactics. So for me, even though I am someone that has been in sales since 2010 and has been very successful, I'm still learning. This is not just for newbies.
I love it. Perfect. That's it. Now, if you enjoy this interview and you want to eliminate months of anxiety, accelerate your path to results, and gain the confidence and business systems to scale your org like Carol did, go and book a time below and we'll see if we can help you achieve similar breakthrough results too. Thank you so much for watching.